I went to use the bathroom on the plane, and it literally saved my life, because as I was about to head back to my seat after using the restroom, the plane suddenly hit severe turbulence. I started screaming for help, but got no response whatsoever. When I opened my eyes again, everything around me had fallen into dead silence. I wanted to open the bathroom door to see what was going on outside, but the door just wouldn't budge. With no other choice, I had to kick it open. But the moment that door opened, I was completely stunned. The plane had crashed into a snowy mountain. It was only then that I realized I'd been in a plane crash. Looking at bodies scattered everywhere on the ground, my first instinct was to search for other survivors, but all I found in the cabin were more bodies. Just as I was falling into deep despair, I suddenly heard a man's voice in the distance. I rushed toward the sound to check it out, and found a survivor trapped under plane wreckage, so I pulled him out with the blizzard getting worse. We didn't want to freeze to death out there, so we quickly went back into the cabin to search for anything that could keep us warm. To stay alive, I hurriedly brought him into that tiny bathroom, because it was the only place that could shield us from the blizzard. We covered ourselves with blankets, and huddled together for warmth. But even then, we were still freezing cold. I put his hands on my chest, because in this situation, gender didn't matter anymore. If we wanted to survive, this is what we had to do. And so we endured through the night by keeping each other warm. But now we faced another serious problem: how to survive in this frozen wasteland. Early the next morning, after pulling ourselves together, I pried open the bathroom door and stepped out. The crashed plane was not only buried in snow, but the entire mountain was completely white, making it nearly impossible for rescue teams to spot us. Looking at all the frozen bodies everywhere, I instantly fell into despair. I thought about just finding a place to die, but then the man walked over and told me to think about my family. Think about my parents. Though his words helped me pull myself together again. He could encourage others but not himself. After I left, he broke down, screaming to release all his inner emotions. With another blizzard approaching, we hid in the bathroom again to escape the cold, but we couldn't just keep hiding in there forever to survive. He wanted me to follow him and leave this place, because if there were people living at the bottom of the mountain, we could be saved. But I thought this was basically a suicide mission. If we went out there, we'd either freeze to death or starve. Seeing that I insisted on staying and waiting for rescue, he had no choice but to abandon me and leave on his own. At first I didn't want to go, but watching his figure disappear in the distance, fear got the better of me and I followed him, and so we began a heart-stopping survival journey. However, after crossing mountain after mountain, we still hadn't seen a single soul. I started blaming him for this, but at this point, what else could he do? Just as I reluctantly continued following him, he seemed to see something terrifying.